Okay, hello grade 11, back again. It's now the 19th of May. You're going to open the program in the 18th of May folder for the memo files. If you haven't caught up, you'll see a folder called the 18th of May, okay? And that is the folder that you will open your files from. If you haven't caught up, if you're absent or anything. So yesterday's program, in other words. And then you can follow what we are doing. Otherwise, you can open the program that you were busy with yesterday if you're up to date. We're now going to do adding. We're going to use writing data to a database. Okay. Right. Remember that we used to write data to a text file, which is on the hard drive. Now we're going to write data to a database, also on the hard drive. But we have different ways of doing it. So to add other lines, we got to put our database into a certain state by using that word append. It's a procedure. You write the tvl.append. Insert means we want to actually go and insert a new row into the table, and post is actually going to post the row. So to add a new record, by the way, record is another name for row, we use these three instructions: append, insert, and post. Right, append will add an empty row, and the insert method is basically going to go to the current position, and insert, well, actually we don't really need to know that. We're now going to move on to the actual code. It's better just to know the code. So we're going to use TBL friends. We're going to use our friends database, and we're going to write code that looks similar to this, adding values to our table. Example 8.6, there it is. Now they say here in the example to open friend book 3 folder, but no, it's not going to help you because there's nothing there. You got to open the program that you used yesterday, like I said, or you can go and open the program in the memo folder for the 18th of May. So when you open it, you'll see there'll be an error message saying, oh, it can't connect to the database. Well, we have to go and connect again. So just click OK. Go to your con friend book, and over here in the con connection component, you click on that, or you can double click it and then click on build. And guess what? I'm gonna say let's go and connect to the backup database, because in the folder for our data you'll see that there is a database called a backup.mdb. Can you see that? And this is what it looks like. It's got all the data in. So let's use that rather, hey? So we'll use that one, and we're going to go and navigate to that to the folder where our program is, and we choose backup.mdb and click open, test connection. And I'm not even going to worry about taking away the path. I'm just going to keep it like that and click OK and click OK. And then TVL friends, you click on TVL friends, and then you have to go and make the active property to true, and then you'll be able to see the data over there. See that? When you run the program, now at least this database table has got a lot more data in than mine had, and as you can see, the columns are nicely formatted, although we could make the bio column even larger, eh? Right, so we're not going to worry about that. Now let's do our code. In the on-click, create an on-click create profile button. Let's go to the create profile button in our program. Where is it? Create profile. There it is. It's free and always will be free. Double click. So now in order to create the profile, we're going to use input dialogues to get input from the user. So all of this code we have to type in. So yeah, I'm going to not type all of that. I'm not going to copy and paste, guys. Okay, I'm going to use my own method, because copying and pasting, we're not going to learn anything. Not in this instance anyway. copying from here. I know it can work, but don't do it because it's not going to help you at all. When we want to add data, let's say we want to get a surname, a first name, the class, profile views, date of birth, and bio. We want to get those things. So let's go and get some variables and get them. They are s first. And by the way, we use sdob. Yeah, you'll see just now, s date of birth, s bio. What's the other thing that we need? S class. Those are all strings. Now there must be the same data as what is in your database. So it's always a good idea to go and check your database and make sure, okay, these are all strings. Date of birth is date, but we're going to see just now how that's going to work. Okay. Now we're going to go and get the numbers. It's our views is the other number, and we do not have to worry about the ID field. Can you see this ID here? You don't have to worry about that field, and the reason is because it's auto number, it'll automatically be updated. In fact, we don't even have to get all of those inputs. We can do whatever we want, you know. Now we're going to have all these input boxes for us to enter information. So I think I've got all the fields now. It was like class by, yeah, got them all. So we're going to say s equals input box, enter surname, s first, and I'm going to copy and paste to save time. And sdob, enter dob, I'm sure you'll know how to use input boxes after this. And of course our views will have to go and get our input box converted to an integer, string to int, enter views, which will be a number, an integer. Right, now we're going to go and get to the next part where, and that's all of them I think, sorry, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, yep. Now we're going to get our database into insert mode. Remember we had those three things. We had append, insert and post. Well, this we don't actually, yeah, we do need to get it into append mode and then insert and then post, but actually we're not going to use append, we're going to use insert, because that's going to insert a whole new row into the table. So what do we use to what name do we use to connect to our actual database? Well, we go to the con friend book, click on the form and look at that name there. See that dvmfb? Control C, copy it, Control V. So it's going to be that dot, but we're going to use this a lot. So I'm going to say with dvm Facebook do, not Facebook, do. Begin and end. So we're going to have a whole lot of things here. There's this database module FB. Okay, can you see we clicked on it and there it was there. Okay. Do, we're going to say, then we're going to refer to our TBL component, this one, TBL friends. We're going to refer to that name. We're going to say TBL friends, square brackets, and the column field for the surname I'm assuming it's surname. And here's the cool thing, is that the fields, if I spell it with capital letters or small letters, it doesn't matter. It used to before we had updates, but now it doesn't matter. And this is what we're going to do. We're going to just say TBL friends and then square brackets, first name. We're going to get the column heading, it's called first name. S first, oh, I forgot about the date of birth. Yes, I did, eh? S first. And then we're going to have date of birth. We're going to see how that works. SDOB. Then we're going to have the field called bio, and that's going to be SBio. Then we're going to have the field called class, and that'll be SClass. Then we're going to have the field called views, profile view, is it profile views? Profile views, yeah, profile views with an S. You have to spell it right, but capital letters, not a problem. Profile views, but then we've got to convert that, rview, we got it, rview, we already converted to an integer, so that's fine. Rview, we must make sure the data types there match. But before we can do all of this, before we can say that, okay, that field's going to be that field's going to be that, so on, we have to do TBL friends dot insert, and then we go over here after we've got all of this done. I'll just indent it so it looks professional. TBL friends dot post, and then it'll be done. Okay, so yeah, we're going to see if that works. That is all that we're going to do. Don't worry, don't use append. As an empty row to the end of your table, insert as an empty row to current position of your table. So if you're, just use dot insert. Append will just add it at the end. So we've got all of that in, and then we have a message saying that your log is complete, and that'll be that for that activity, and tomorrow we'll do the next one, but let's just first see if it works. So let's go and do it. Oops. Rview string to int. I didn't declare rview, not rviews. Was my variable spelled wrongly there? Okay, so let's go and create a profile. Oh no, of course. Jane. Okay, date of birth. Now, this is the thing. We're going to make sure that we use the same format that is over here. So I'm going to say 2, okay, let's say 2002 forward slash, let's say born in the 11th month forward slash 05. I'm going to click OK. Bio, tennis and swimming, something like that. Okay, enter class. I don't know what grade people would be in at that age, so I'm just guessing. Enter views. Okay, 225 views. Right. Okay, first name not found. Right, so saying that first name, that field is not found. So let's go and see, how did we spell first name? Okay, first names with an S. Darn it. So now I've got to do it all over again, eh? Okay, so if you can't get to your program and close it, just go to run program reset. Okay, so now we've got to go and type all of that over again. So I'm going to go very fast now. Oh no. Jan 2001 /04/21, and then I'm going to say tennis. I'm going to say 10E, and then I'm going to say 35. Okay, first name. What? First name not found. Oh, can you see date of birth is not spelled correctly either? So yeah, go very fast now. I'm sure some of you are actually writing code while I do this anyway. You have to have valid dates there. Okay, we have a situation, people. Right, so that's not going to cut it for us, is it? Why is first name not working? Even if I go and put it into capitals, and even go change all these capitals, but it's never worried me before. It's probably just my computer. And blame my tools. A poor workman blames their tools. Eh? You must not do that. Ever. First, these names. Oh my word. Oh, that's what I did wrong. I never corrected it. You probably saw me not correct it, and you probably thought, man, why didn't you correct it? Yep, silly, hey? I don't know why I'm hooked on April. There, now success. Now, good, at last. As you can see, the date of birth automatically, as long as you wrote the string, even though it's a string of year, and we know that the date of birth in the database is date data type, but because we used short date, and then I copied the format with the forward slashes, therefore the string date was inserted as a proper date there, just as I typed it in. So remember that, and then I want you to get going with your program and do that, and don't stop until you got it right. Okay.